Last week, Disney announced that Star Wars The Force Awakens will arrive on Blu-ray and DVD on April 5th. So let's take a look and see what features one of the most highly anticipated movies ever has in store for us.
Okay, first off, we've got The Secrets of The Force Awakens. It's a cinematic journey. For the first time, discover the complete story behind the making of The Force Awakens, revealed through in-depth footage and exclusive interviews with the actors and filmmakers in this feature documentary.
Then we move on to The Story Awakens, the table read. Cast members familiar and new reflect on the memorable day they all first came together to read the movie's script.
And we get to see Building BB-8. This shows us the filmmakers, how they brought the droid to the screen and creating an instant fan favorite in the Star Wars universe.
Crafting creatures. Watch movie magic as the filmmakers bring a cast of new creatures to life.
Then we get Blueprint of a Battle, the Snow Fight. We go deeper into the epic, climactic lightsaber battle between Rey and Kylo Ren.
Oh, I'm so into that one.
John Williams, The Seventh Symphony. The legendary composer shares personal insight of his work on Star Wars and The Force Awakens.
ILM, The Visual Magic of the Force, an insider's look into the remarkable digital artistry of the movie's visual effects.
We go Force for Change. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. See how the Star Wars for Force for Change initiative has united Star Wars fans all over the globe to help others.
Along with all of these great features, we also are going to get some deleted scenes.
Juicy.
What scenes are you guys hoping to see when this hits the video stores? We don't really have video stores anymore.
I wish we did. I'd be so much happier. I might cry.
Bring back Blockbuster.
Matt, what would you
For
like to
real.
see in the deleted scenes?
I'm looking forward to seeing the lightsaber in space that we had kind of heard about. All we see when Maz hands Rey she opens the
Luke's
the
box with
the
the
box
saber.
with Luke's lightsaber. Supposedly, we're going to see some deleted scenes as far as how that lightsaber got from Cloud City, Bespin to Maz. So there's supposed to be some lightsaber in space scenes. I'm just anxious to see how
Do you think it's just going to be like floating?
I hope that's not it. Yeah. to be clear, yeah, my notes just say lightsaber in space. I don't want to just see a lightsaber floating through space.
For an hour.
Yeah,
It'd be
I
like the
was-
Star Trek motion
Like
picture.
a live. No. I'd like to see how that lightsaber
right.
got to Maz.
What else would you like for the
goes.
deleted
Beautiful
scenes,
man,
Freddie?
Freddie.
I've heard Maz Kanata uses the Force in one of the scenes, which kind of puts all my theories on who Maz is to shame. So I would like to see that. Just, supposedly during the battle, someone's blasting rubble and rubble's falling, and she's like, no. So I want to see her use the Force. Maybe pull a Yoda, pull that lightsaber, go, kick someone's ass. It'd be awesome.
Matt?
I'm hearing there's more scenes with General Leia and the character that Maisie Richardson Sellers portrayed that was killed when Starkiller Base fired the first time. So apparently I'm down for more Carrie Fisher, more General Leia, and there might be a whole subplot that we missed out on, so I'm anxious to see that.
Laura, or clever fangirl, Laura, hello.
I know her. I know you, Laura.
She says, bring back Blockbuster,
I
and we
love that.
agree with you, girl. Also from the deleted scenes, I would love to know a little bit more about C-3PO's red arm. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm wearing a Death Rebel Club t-shirt, and it's got...
Oh, he has the red arm.
He's got the red arm. If you guys don't know who these guys are, you should check
Well,
them
they're
out
going
on
to do a
Instagram.
comic
That
about
comic's supposed to come out the last month, and it's been pushed back and back and back, but there's a whole one-shot in how he gets his red arm.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet! So,
Oh,
yeah.
is it a
Get that.
one-shot?
It's a one-shot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Han
y'all-
Solo actually also just got announced for his own comic book series, too. coming out.
Badass.
He's
So
dead.
this shirt, Death
I
Rebel
know.
Club, they only print about 300 of these. So if you are interested in it, go check them out on Instagram or deathrebelclub.com. And it looks like Fiberbert says, I want to see the deleted scenes of Kylo crying. And
Wine lower in.
Wine Loren. And Ricky Burke, the scene where Han Solo ducks and doesn't die. That would be really, really cool.
Han stabbed first.
Man, the entire time watching that movie, I just wanted Luke to pop out of
Han
nowhere and
shot
be like,
first.
no.
That dude Daniel he says that Han shot first. You can go back and get the original VHSs and see that. Go go real slow.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, I would like to see definitely more of Kylo and Rey together as well. Freddie, what else would you like to see?
So I saw in the trailer for the DVD, Kylo Ren gets on the Falcon.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't
look
mind
for
him,
Han Solo, yeah.
reminiscing like, that's where I play
we
with
have
my
some clips
toys.
from that.
Yeah, dog.
What? Let's
So
play
here's-
this.
Here's Kylo.
Snowtrooper.
Oh,
I
is
have
this
a
a
toy
clip?
of that.
You get your wish, Freddie.
Yeah, I know.
Can we play this?
No.
Can we? Oh, just a
can't.
still.
Yeah.
It's just a still. Okay.
I want him to like go into the corner and be like, this is where Chewie rocked me to sleep.
Oh. We don't know that.
So Laughing Man says, "I want more Wookiee freak out." So stretch that out. We could see that.
So you have to think about it, yeah. Like
That was-
Chewbacca just saw his best friend killed by his best friend's son. Like
So you want
It's a big
revenge
deal.
of
Yeah.
Chewbacca.
I want Chewie to go crazy. In
people
episode
said
8.
that's why he only shot him in the stomach because
Almost
so
nerdy
close.
Ash says, "I didn't recognize him with the red arm."
hello, you may not have recognized me
me.
with my red arm.
He's so cute. Freddie.
I think
Oh.
Matt and I both have this one actually. So,
Yeah.
being a toy collector
Should we
myself.
double team this one?
Double
Double
team it.
team, man. Being a toy collector myself,
Being
and you
a toy
owning
collector.
a toy store.
Owning
I
a toy
think
store.
We both love Constable Zuvio. Matt,
We
how
hate-
did you feel about Constable Zuvio?
First off, Freddie, we hate Constable Zuvio.
Why do we hate Constable
He's
Zuvio?
the biggest peg warmer in all the Force Awakens toys. Every store you go to, people might think it's Finn, but it's Constable Zuvio. Let me tell you why. It says Captain Zuvio. It's Constable Zuvio, Freddie.
Whoa, I just said it, man.
So apparently, when Hasbro gets the stills or whatever, they didn't know. I guess JJ just cut his scenes at the last minute.
Yeah, I didn't really think we wouldn't keep him in the movie. You know,
Yeah,
really.
sorry guys, sorry about that. So,
Okay, Ash Van Horror is a turd, and she said, "I would like to see extended scenes of Han dying." You would, you horror nerd.
I think somewhere there's a little Spider-Man kid crying that I know named Chris.
oh, Chris is so sweet.
And I would definitely like to see more of Poe's D. I mean Poe Dameron. I would like to
Post
see.
death. That's hard.
I just
Poe's
said his
death?
D.
Oh
Oh,
God.
I thought you meant like most stuff.
Poe is super hot, and I would love to see more scenes with him for sure.
Yeah, I'm totally with that.
Matt, what else would you like to
Well,
see?
Freddie kind of already stole my thunder on this, but I would also like to see Maz using her force powers. Apparently, from what I've heard, or from the chatter I've heard, she's definitely not a Jedi.
She doesn't have the Force, but she can feel. The
Well,
Force. That's what
I
she
guess
said.
We're
That's what she
trying to
said.
say you can use and manipulate the Force without being a Jedi, which is kind of how you can explain how.
I've actually read books and stories in the
Technically,
Star Wars
the
universe where
Force,
that
right?
is true. You can manipulate the Force without being a Jedi.
So I'm anxious to see. I thought Maz was like super cool.
I thought.
I would have totally been down for more Maz, no matter what. But I'm anxious to see her, lifting up the stormtroopers and stuff.
All right, cool. It looks like that dude Daniel. The scene where the love interest between Poe and Finn starts. Freddie, what else do you want?
I want more aliens.
Touchy
I've
subject.
seen so many pictures of all these different creatures and aliens from the books and stuff. And while we got a lot of really cool aliens in this movie, I felt like there are more that we could see. Especially so many different people from so many different walks of life coming in and building creatures, which you don't, like I said, with Ghostbusters, you don't, with remakes, you don't get that anymore. It's really cool to see all that.
I totally agree with you, and that's something that I had written down is definitely to see more of inside Maz's cantina. And it looks like Clever
That's sweet
Fangirl
music.
said hashtag shirtless Poe. I agree with you 100%, girl.
How about shirtless Matt?
Shirtless Freddy.
No one.
Okay.
Shirtless
So
frat.
no doubt we will certainly bring
lost
this
10
topic
people in the
back
chat.
once we get to see the deleted scenes. And remember, Star Wars The Force Awakens hits Blu-ray and DVD on April 5th. So last week we got our first glimpse of the next generation of Power Rangers to hit the big screen. Once again, Angel Grove is under attack by the alien threat, and a group of teenagers, chosen by destiny, must quickly discover that they are the only ones who can save the planet. But to do so, they will have to overcome their real-life issues and band together as the Power Rangers before it's too late. This is only the third feature film in the franchise over the last 22 years, and the first to hit theaters in over 19 years. So are we gearing up for a Power Ranger revival, Matt?
Well, again, I can tell you from a toy store owner perspective, Chris. Yeah, Power Rangers are hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. Like when I'm packing up my store, getting ready for Comic-Con, things like that. Literally after like Star Wars, Power Rangers are the first thing.
That's so crazy to me.
I tell you, it's weird for me too, and it's one of those things that you learn from doing so many cons that no matter how much Power Ranger stuff you bring, you
never gonna have
sell
enough.
out. You
Really?
sell out. You sell out. So this time I went out and tried to find new and different Power Ranger things that you might not find everywhere.
Here's
And it
something that
just-
I'm looking for is Kelly the McDonald's toys from like 1994, 1993. Her actual pterodactyl, the McDonald's toys.
Kimberly?
Kimberly, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
Do you
I
have that?
it. I think so.
Okay, when I was younger, this is really weird. I used to get really stressed out, like because my parents divorced and everything, and so I would carry that pterodactyl in my pocket.
It's
all the
big.
time.
It's like it's big.
It is big. It's about that big. But I would maybe it was my backpack. But when I got nervous, I would go and rub its like neck because it had that really cool, nice curve right there.
So one thing I
need
will
that
say, the interesting thing about that is those are the only McDonald's toys that they charged for. So if you went and
Really?
ordered a Happy Meal, if you wanted the toy, they charged you extra. That's the only time in history that's ever happened. They were legit figures.
Dallas Spidey just donated $5, and he said, "Long live Han."
My boy right there.
Do the diggle wiggle. Do the diggle wiggle.
My
Do the diggle wiggle.
Spidey.
Do
Nah,
the damn diggle
I'm
wiggle.
not doing
Freddie.
the diggle wiggle.
I know Dallas Spidey. I don't have to dance.
If someone
for
ever donates $20, I'm gonna make you do the damn diggle
Oh
wiggle.
God.
So back to Power Rangers. Freddie, what are your thoughts on the Power Rangers?
So okay, in the comic store, we just got the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers last week, and that thing's been selling like crazy. Not to mention the Zero issue went like hotcakes. I mean, people are
Is this
busting
the one
out
that
money.
Laura had on the show?
Yeah, and then like if you the Zero issue before that though, the Green Ranger variant, because each cover had like a different Ranger on it. The Green Ranger variant I think went for like hundreds of dollars.
And didn't we get Laura a little something? Can we say that?
We did actually. I got Laura some extra cool stuff.
Yeah,
because she's
so,
awesome.
Laura,
Because on the
we
weekends,
love
Laura
you
and I
and
go
miss you.
jam in a band and we talk about Power Rangers and we're like da 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 da. But so yeah, honestly, I grew up with the Power Rangers. I used to love that back when I was a kid. I mean, when they had the Red Ranger like thing where all the Red Rangers from every generation was in it, I was like, it's Saturday and life is great. But so I think it's definitely making a comeback. I think the Joseph Kahn short film, the guy who made Torque, if you guys remember like the hardcore grit like short.
Torque? The one with Ice Cube?
Yeah, man. Joseph Kahn made that short film.
I love that movie.
Yeah, well, like I said, Joseph Kahn, the director, he made this short film where it was like hardcore, gritty, post-apocalyptic.
Oh, the one
Power
with
Rangers.
Dawson.
Yes, and
Okay.
it was awesome. So now
And the
a
girl
lot
from
of
Battlestar Galactica.
yeah, and a lot of people really responded to that, and so that pushed Dean Israelite's film forward, I think, a lot.
I think so.
And
So
he's a
Firebird Justice said, "I am a little bit skeptical about the dang old Power Rangers film."
Optimistically skeptical, which
Yes.
is totally understood about the old Power Rangers from the new one. Yeah, dude, I get that. Like it's completely different. So we're gonna have to see. It's like a reboot, like a legit reboot. So I get it, man. Like
yeah.
you can't mess this up. This is the first time they've gone after those characters.
Well, and also too, you get Lionsgate is putting it out, and
What does
they're
that
like,
mean?
well, Lionsgate does the Hunger Games and all those other like teen books.
So
that
Freddie,
they've been
who's
putting out.
directing this film?
Dean Israel, like I said, he did Project Almanac.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
it's Project
Thank you.
Almanac.
Yeah.
What's Project Almanac?
It's some weird Michael Bay movie like that came out not too long ago. Is Michael Bay produced? I've heard mixed things about it, so that's the only real thing he's done, and that's the only reason why I'm like, we'll see.
All right, so Dean Israelite was quoted as saying this, so bear with me. It's a little long. "We've really pushed ourselves to make them feel different from any other superhero costume that's out there. One key that's different to the Power Rangers suits is that they are not really suits that people get into. They are suits that morph onto our kids, so they already have this almost metaphysical quality to them." Your thoughts, guys?
That's weird.
I think so too. I think it's totally bizarre, and I love how he calls them their kids, our kids.
So
It's like Animorphs.
if you watch the original Power Rangers that we saw, the Saban Bandai Power Rangers, we see there's like a light that kind of goes from their feet to their head, and now they're just wearing the costume. So I guess they're trying to expand on that or make it seem more real. So we're gonna have to see what he means. To to me, from the words that we're seeing, it doesn't sound that different. Yeah. So from what he's saying, I think there's something that you're just going to have to see to appreciate.
I guess. Because to me, if I had never seen Power Rangers before, just on this quote alone, I would think that the Power Rangers look like Mystique or something.
No,
I feel like it
with their suits, like
they pull an
just kinda,
Ivan
like,
ooze
come
and
on
like
them.
oozes on
But
you.
like, I
They
mean,
morph. They're the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So
Right, I
we're
would
going
think
to
they would morph
see.
into that.
Yeah, so we're going to see. I think they have some kind of digital effect or something ready to go that we've never maybe seen before. He wouldn't make a big deal about it if it wasn't like super cool. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited.
Lost Bobby says Power Rangers will always be awesome. I just hope that this won't be a financial flop like the last one.
Lost Bobby loves Power Rangers.
What was the last
one? The last one was Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
But dude, when I was a kid, I loved that movie.
And Santiago 19 says, does anyone remember Ivan Ooze?
Yeah.
Yes, of
Ivan
course.
Ooze.
So
Wasn't he
Turbo,
in the last book, the
Turbo
last comic
was
that came out,
almost
or
a
no?
TV movie that was released into theaters. It shouldn't really count. But the Power Rangers movie,
Power Rangers Turbo was awesome, dude.
I remember the Power Rangers movie. That was a big deal. So they got their new Zords and they had like this armored gear and it was a cool movie, man. But Ivan Ooze was so crappy. It was such a terrible villain. Yeah,
Ivan Ooze was awesome.
No, it was so. You know, you have to understand.
It's time to pay the piper.
Yeah,
They, like,
in the
blow stuff
'80s.
up. It's like watching Freddy Krueger in a Power Rangers
In the
movie.
80s, Slime was the bad guy. If you're talking about Ghostbusters, all the toys came with Slime. If you're talking about He-Man, all the toys came with Slime. If you're talking about Ninja Turtles, all the toys came with Ooze. So it was like, so by the time we got to the Power Rangers movie, like 95, it was just so like, okay, we get it. You know, Slime is bad.
I disagree.
Well, that's why you're not as good as me.
Okay.
All right, so Matt, let's talk a little bit more about Power Rangers.
Let's do it.
All right.
So to me, the other thing I wanted to kind of touch on is this is officially a reboot. This has been confirmed by Saban on their Twitter. This is officially them. These guys are, because there was a lot of rumors that the movie was going to start with the current Power Rangers dying or something. Yeah. No, this is officially a reboot. They're playing the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You're officially seeing Jason, Zach, Billy, Kimberly, and Trini.
Trini, yeah.
Yeah, so we're really seeing the guys from the first season. This is the Power Rangers that you were friends with as a kid. So you're not having to get used to. They're not just finding 5 new people and giving them the original powers. You know, you're gonna see Jason and Kimberly and Zach. So, to me, I like that. Let's just start over because Power Rangers is so convoluted. There's so many different Power Rangers Samurai, Power Rangers Turbo, Power Ranger Dino Force. Let's just.
Turbo had a sweet theme song though.
No, Freddie, you're not helping.
Power Rangers Turbo, go! Whoa, 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 whoa,
let's get back to basics and let's start from the beginning and let's slow it down a little. I like that idea. I like this movie. I like Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I like where we're headed. I'm totally with it. I'm totally on board. I love Power Rangers.
Cool. All right. So, Freddie, can you tell us anything else? Can you tell us anything else about the cast? I can't talk tonight.
About the cast?
Yeah. Tell us about the cast.
And your past.
And my past. I believe his name is CJ Seiler, I think. It's Earl from Me, Earl, and Dying Girl, which was in my top 10 of like favorite movies from last year. He's playing one of the new Rangers. And then Trini is actually a Hispanic. I think her name is Rebecca G or something like that. And I was kind of cool for me because like I've always complained how like, you know, Hispanic myself, we don't get too many Hispanic superheroes out there. Like we got Vibe. So
Hispanic superhero?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't get too many of them. I mean, then we got the new Ghost Rider. He's Hispanic, Robbie Reyes. So it was kind of cool to see. Oh, now there's a Hispanic Power Ranger too.
Isn't
so
the
there's
Blue
like more of
Beetle
us out
Hispanic?
there. Blue Beetle, yeah. I mean, there's just not too many out there, you know.
Well, so to kind of like attribute to the popularity of all the Power Rangers, you can go to like any convention and find an actor from about
Our
every
last
season.
Comic-Con here, we had the guy that played Jason. I don't know his name.
Jason,
Sorry.
Jason?
Yeah, the guy that played the Red Ranger, Jason.
Okay, yeah.
his line was crazy long. And then whenever they had Jason David Frank, who played Tommy, he came to like 3 Comic-Cons in a row, and his line was so long you couldn't.
He
even
really
stand it.
interacts with the fans.
Now this guy
I used
hasn't
to
played
follow
Tommy
him a lot on Instagram, and he actually has like a green
Austin
Ranger.
St. John. Sorry, I just remembered his name.
He has like a Green Ranger like following, and
he
Jason
dyes his
David's
hair green.
Yeah, and he literally will have like he has a delegate in each state. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So all 50 states have they are the delegate, for the Green Ranger Club. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Man, the Green Ranger is so hardcore.
Got his
man.
own country.
I don't doubt it at
Yeah,
all.
he's super hardcore. In fact, I think he works with Wizard World as well, and so
Yeah, I think you're right.
He definitely does all of those too. So, anyways, hopefully we get more info on the film soon.